Well, hello everybody. We're streaming, and I can actually I can play theme songs if I wanted to. I can. I'm just having a problem with this thing that I use as a switcher, and it was doing problems with me. But see, I do that, and it's fine. There we go. There we go. So why don't I try and play the why don't I try and play the theme song, and we'll see. This is a Ramble Open. Okay, all right. Then we'll come back and we'll just try and do a show here, and I'll figure what this problem is out tomorrow. Okay, all right. Anyway.
Now, in its 11th year, this is GabNet. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey everybody, this is Alex live from Harlem in New York City, and this be the Ramble. Okay, anyway, I managed to get us on. I don't know what's wrong. I could explain what I think the problem is, and that is that I use a thing called OBS, and I also use a thing that's a little push button deal down here that allows me to switch back and forth between things, but it says it can't find OBS. So apparently something is very wrong, okay? And I have no idea what it is, But if you people start to call, I will start to talk to you, and we should be doing okay. We'll give it a try. This is the best I can do. Okay, give me a break. Cut me some slack. Oh God, I was sick this week. I came down with the same thing I had before. So I got it, and I really needed help. And I noticed I still had 4 or 5 refills left on my antibiotic. And so I decided to take the antibiotic, and I went down and got another one. And I wrote to my doctor ahead of time, but he didn't get back to me. And this thing was starting to really be it was not pleasant, okay, to say the least. So he finally writes me back. It's been a really rough day today. It's his first day back, and blah, 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 blah. And we'll try to get to you and whatever. In the meantime, why don't you just go down to the drugstore and fill another one of those refills? And I said to myself, I was way ahead of him, way ahead of him. So, Anyway, we're here, and I don't know if anybody's going to call this time of night. This early, shall we say, because usually I have Bubs on in here, and I was going to do that, but I can't. I can switch this by hand, okay? So it makes life a lot easier than it would be. But I just got to do it the old way I used to do it. So, what the hell. Anyway, I think we're going out everywhere, and shouldn't be a problem, And the only person waiting for me right now is Charlie Wallace. I guess, I'm beginning to think as nobody turns in for the first half hour of this show, they figure the real fight doesn't. You know what we can do? I can bring Charlie on. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me bring him on. Hello, Charlie? Are you there, Charlie?
Yes, I'm here.
There he is. You're the only guy right now. You know why? Because I had so many problems I had to go on right now, right? Like this.
Yeah.
And I had to come back on, and I could make the transitions and everything. I just can't do it using this little box I got here.
I kept waiting for it to come back up on YouTube, and it never did.
Well, it is up on YouTube now.
Oh, okay.
I think it's got to be up on YouTube, so far as I know. But I'll tell you what happened. Anytime somebody changes a program, okay, they did an upgrade to OBS, I think that screwed it talking to this program.
Oh,
So I mean, I can do it by hand like I used to, but man, I thought, hey, I'm kind of up for doing it tonight, and I haven't done it this week because I've been sick, and I'm ready to go, and then nothing works,
yeah.
and you really can't stand that. That's not fun. But anyway, so I took the pills, and now I'm not having problems, let's say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you seem a little more chipper today. So
No,
yeah.
much more chipper. You should have heard me yesterday, Mr. Cranky. You know, how you doing? Just you and I. It's the Charlie and Alex show.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. And I would have run bubbles tonight, but I had a thing here where I had to. When things go bad, they all go bad at once. Electronics.
Oh yeah.
There are days when you don't know what the hell's going on with electronics, and everything is going wrong, and anything you touch goes bad. So you just walk away and say, and there must be something in my body or something that's causing this, and you blame yourself first. So there were all these things happening. One of the things was I have a PC here. PCs suck. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you have? You have a Mac?
No, I have a PC.
Yeah, but you agree with me they suck. All right.
They do have their problems. Yes.
Anyway, the PC that I had here for running all the commercials and things like that went berserko on me. It just died. So I had another machine, another PC, and I threw it in there, and I got it all set so that maybe I could do some what was I? Where was I going with that? I'm sorry, I'm a little loopy, folks. What?
Josh just joined us.
Yeah, Josh just joined us. I lost my train of mind. Train of thought. What was my train of thought?
Talking about
Oh yeah, everything
doing
goes
a
back.
second PC.
So I put in a second PC, but I decided, to hell with that. So I go out and I order a $1,000 PC. I know they're cheaper than that. You can get them cheaper, but I wanted one that had a lot of SSD in it and was an i7 Series 14 and all of that. And I just get the top of the line, then I don't have to worry about it for another 7 years if I'm still alive, And this thing, I see it on Amazon. I'm going, oh, that's a good looking one. That'll look good really right under here, just replacing the old one, right? So now I get a box, okay, and it comes. And it's a huge box. It's like this. It's about the height of what I expect the new PC is going to be. Except when I pick it up, it's light as air. And I open it up, and there's a bunch of packing in there and everything. And in the middle, there is this tiny little box. And I went, did they send me the right thing? I guess it's been so long since I bought a PC, I didn't know they had improved these things, so they were the same size as these small Macs.
Oh,
and
okay.
I pulled the thing out, and I set it up in the other room and did all the things I had to do to get it ready to come in here, although it's not in here now. But boy, am I telling you, it's powerful. But it's just big.
Tiny thing. Okay.
Do you know have you gotten one lately? Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I got, it wasn't $1,000 one. I just got one a couple of weeks ago.
How big is it? How big is it?
It's the same size as my old one.
What do you mean? It's a desktop? A big
Desktop, yeah.
Big clunky old desktop?
Yeah, I mean, I got the slim. I've always gotten the slim.
Well, you got to admit it. When you look at the old PCs and you open them up inside, what were they basically? Air.
Yeah.
I mean, what they've done is they've crunched it all together now.
Well, good.
And it runs great, but I started setting it up, and I still don't like PCs. because there's some guys over at Microsoft who go, hey, this is really cool. Let's not tell people how to use it. I mean, it's amazing. Oh, now we're frozen. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, we are. Oh, you're not
Oh,
frozen
yeah.
for me.
What happened? Why did that
I'm
happen?
talking.
Huh?
You got Josh and
I know. That's fine. No, but we're frozen going out.
Oh,
What the hell happened here? Oh God! Oh, now it's not frozen anymore.
it's
What
one
was
more
that
thing to
all
go on.
about? Oh God. Anyway, I will get through this somehow. I probably should also just record this. Here, I'll just record it.
Recording in progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
The recording's in progress, and now we're recording it so that in case it really screws up, I can put this one up. Okay? And it's just us guys here. But anyway, that was my story about my what do you call it? My I'm trying to, I see it's hard for me to do a show and then try and fix everything at the same time. So, anyway.
Were you not on normal tonight? Did I?
What?
Were you not on the normal way tonight?
No, what happened is I went
thought-
on at half past the hour,
Yeah.
and then I started to use this thing. I've got this Stream Deck, it's called, and you click on it, and it makes certain things come up and others go away, which is, that's life. That's the way things are. And that's cool. And and when I went to push it, none of the stuff worked. It all came up saying there's an error. Well, I don't know what happened, but so now what I'm doing is like the old days where I'm having to push all the buttons by themselves, and,
See what
Well,
happens.
I had the YouTube open and I saw you on, but it looked like you weren't talking to anyone. It was just you working or something. I didn't know if there was some kind
yeah.
of-
Well,
That was when the promo was on or whatever at the beginning. Yeah.
there was me.
Yeah, we never saw the usual graphics and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I
Oh,
just saw
really?
you, like,
Oh,
working
okay.
in the background.
I see. I didn't notice that as a problem, because when I don't come in, here's what happened. OBS, which is the switcher, okay, just updated their program. That's fine. Go ahead. Go do that all you want to, but somehow now it doesn't talk to the switcher. So nothing works right. Everything, everything's a real hassle. So
Yeah.
yeah. How you doing, Jeff? How you doing?
I got it to work on the cell phone.
Oh, wow.
You got it to work on the cell phone. Well, if he can get it to work on the cell phone, the least I can do is try and get it to go out here.
Yeah, well, you were talking. I could see you. Mm-hmm. And then
Deal with.
you finally said,
Okay,
I
so
gotta-
let me see. Hold on one second, everybody. I turned on something here, and it shouldn't be. All these things just they drive me nuts. Mute site. Okay, mute site. There we go. Mute it. Is it muted? Okay. Now we go here like this, and I see. Now I've got to do something else here. YouTube, and then I go Alex Bennett. Let me see here. There it is. Okay, now I'll be able to find out if I'm. Oh no! Come on. Oh jeez. I'm trying to look and see if it's going out on. Oh, there we go. There we go. And now I'm going to play it. There we go. Yeah, going out okay. All right. Anyway, anybody here want to come in and run it all for me and fix it up? I don't know. Nothing or you go away for. I did the show on Monday, but that I just do on, on Zoom, and then I just run it on Facebook. But since then I haven't used this in. Were we on last Saturday or Friday? I don't know. No, I don't think so. Anyway, so it's enough time for stuff to go wrong, and it usually will. How you doing, Jeff? You're doing okay. We can't hear you now because your mic isn't on. Can you hear me? Oh, I know what it
hear
is.
you.
I can hear you. I don't have the mic up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
something?
I could hear it fine.
I can't go. I can't go away for a week. You know, it just doesn't work. And I was almost going to give up tonight, and then I said, "Hey, you know, you can just do it old school," and so that's what I did. So, anyway, how are you, Mr. Wheeler?
I'm okay. Do you have? Can you hear me? Okay. And
Yeah,
all
I
that
can
kind
hear
of
you
stuff?
fine. Yeah, you're great.
This is the new computer that replaced the last one. So today's the first day I've ever used it.
Oh, we all got new computers. Wow.
What was it? What is it? A PC?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and what level of PC? How much did you pay for it? Do you know?
Not very much because I was in a pretty big hurry. I think
What
it
did
went
you do?
pretty
Just ran
quick.
into like Best Buy and said, "Give me that one"?
I ordered one off of Amazon,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, me too.
I was having the trouble that I was having Saturday when we were talking after you hung up only got worse.
Yeah.
So I think I can fix the old one, which I'm actually working on it right now. But it was going to require a lot, and I didn't have a lot of time, so I bought another one.
So welcome to computers that are fucked.
Well, mine kept giving me the blue screen of death like 3 or 4 times a day. And
Oh,
it's like,
you
I
know,
don't,
do you know
they put
do you know in Windows 11 they've done away with the blue screen of death?
I haven't had any problems. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't
Yeah.
had any problems on this one.
And
I mean
it just dies. That's all. You
well,
know.
they put yeah, they put the bottom cover on the computer, and they put a little foamy pad that
Wait a
goes
minute,
down over certain
is
parts.
that a technical term? Thummy pad?
Well, right, a foam, like a
Yeah.
foam pad, right?
Yeah.
So it pushes down on certain parts to keep them secure.
Hmm.
And one of the parts, is like the SSD, the solid state drive, or like
Yeah.
what they
Right.
would call that the hard drive or whatever.
Hmm.
But they make it sticky. Like it's tacky, right? So, it's tacky. So
Yeah.
it sticks to the solid state drive. And even though I took it apart super careful and really slow, it was so stuck to it that it pulled it up out of there and it unplugged it. So when I put,
Is just a drive they stick to the side?
yeah, it's just got this little
Well,
little tiny
most of the
SSD. It's like a little
SSDs now
SD
are
card.
most of the SSDs are. If I open my other one up, which I don't because it's too small, it I'm sure has an SSD chip in there. But what they
Right, that's what
did,
mine has.
but,
But it's about the size of a quarter. It's not very big.
oh, okay,
Wow.
fine.
Maybe a little bigger, but the foam pad is stuck to the bracket that holds it in.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't see it when you're picking it up. And I've done it before. I've had this cover off before, but it was stuck to it. And when the cover came off, it picked it up and unplugged it. So
No.
it unplugged the hard drive, and
Mhm.
it should have been fine. I put it back together, and it worked for like 10 minutes. And then the computer froze, and I was like, okay, that's weird. So I restarted it,
Mm-hmm.
and it worked for like 10 minutes. And then it froze, and I restarted it, and on the
Mm-hmm.
third restart, it said hard drive not found, and that's all now. And then it would never do anything else. And
Wow.
then and it must have wiped it because I have an adapter where you can put that SSD into a little case, and then you can plug it in through the side of the computer through a USB port, just like you would anything else. Like if this had been physically damaged, or so you can plug it into another computer. And I plugged it into 2 other computers, and it doesn't when you plug it in, nothing even happens. So there's nothing on that hard drive. So
Mm.
I
So,
lost
well,
all that. I mean, it
wait a
was
minute, but
backed up.
I don't get it. Is that the SSD or is that just a little hard drive they put in there?
I think it serves as a little hard drive. It's just it's like it serves as that basically. So,
Yeah, I know I looked into the computer that died here, and inside there was a little thin SSD disk
yeah.
that they put in there. It was just hanging in there. I mean, that's real technology for you, you know?
Yeah, it's not very good, but I mean that's what they used. So yeah, it's real tiny. I mean, the new one came in this little tiny package. See, I mean it's a little
Yeah.
tiny. I can't. I got it plugged in now, so I don't want to touch
But
it. But it's
I got a Dell, and they're pretty
yeah,
good, you know.
that's what I have. But they use those little SSDs a lot.
And now the next thing that happened to me is I did some. I have this thing called a QNAP NAS, which is a network attached drive. And it is like 4 drives, and they all run together so that if one goes bad, nothing goes wrong. You can just throw in another one, and it'll repopulate it and do stuff like that. So I've had this for a long time. I mean, I can't tell you how long I've had it. And all of a sudden, it's not working too well, you know, and I'm having problems with it. And it has just been a real pain in the ass because one thing after another. And in this case, what was that? Where was I? I get it all wrapped up in what I'm saying, and then I forget these days where I left off. What was I talking about, Charlie? I was talking about.
Um, something about a new hard drive or something that's wrapped up in.
No. Well, I had this little hard drive in there, but I can't. I can't remember what I was saying. I was going somewhere, and then I got so wrapped up in what I was saying, I forget it. And at my age, that's very easy to do.
It was a little too
You know,
technical.
and now I'm a little confused because of all the problems I had. So, you know, I'm coming out of that too. But anyway, so, you know, oh, I know what I was talking about. I was talking about this NAS thing that I had. All of a sudden, it says it wants to adapt or change an app that's on there. And this thing started running, and it kept running for 24 hours. Nothing much had happened, but the machine's going like crazy. So finally, I just did a hard reset on it and got it back to where it was supposed to be. And now it's better than ever. Meanwhile, I thought about going out and getting a new one of these arrays. They're called RAIDs. And I figured maybe I better buy it now because it's made in China. You know, and the prices are going to go up precipitously.
Yeah, because he keeps raising the tariffs.
Yeah, on them 100% from China. Which, if China's smart, what they'll do is they'll say, hey, you know this RAID thing we got here? They're only worth $25. And then they send them to the dealers, and the dealers sell them for what they want to sell them for, and they're only paying the tariff on the $25, you know. But anyway, so I'm thinking now of buying it anyway, a brand new one, because I haven't bought a new one in 8 years. This thing has just been a war horse. But you know, I get thinking about buying it now because, you know, next week could be too late, right? And so, whatever. Sorry if I'm a little crazy tonight and not coherent, but when things start going wrong, as you know, it can cause you to be a little off. Plus, I ain't getting any younger.
So your urinary tract infection came back? I missed the first 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Well, then I won't tell you.
Okay.
You should have been here.
Okay. I'm figuring if it came back, the doctor picked the wrong antibiotic.
No.
No?
No, he just told me to take more of it. You know, if it came back, and we'll see.
Have they done a urinalysis yet?
Yes, so they did a complete urinalysis.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. So they know what will attack it and what won't.
Well, he has all that. I don't know how to read those things. I don't know what. There were two reports they did. One was a just big report on the various blood things and so on and so forth. It was in the urine sample, and the other was something far more particular. It took them about 4 or 5 days to do. Those he has, and I can get them, but I just probably wouldn't know what they meant.
So what they do is they do a microscope test, a dipstick test, and they check it all. The little thing that takes 3 or 4 days is the culture. And so they put it in a round petri dish, and they culture a little bit of it, and in it usually 2-3 days, and then they put these little discs that are coated with different antibiotics. They're a little like paper discs, like like you would have got drugs on as a kid or something. But anyhow, and they drop them in the urine, and the ones that light up say that they're working against the bacteria that's in there, and the ones that don't work against the bacteria.
Well, you know something, it's working. I mean, this is my 3rd day taking it, and all the symptoms are gone.
Good. What are you taking? Do you know?
Oh God, I don't know.
Okay, don't worry about it.
It was called. It started with an S.
Septra.
No, you know something? It's not Septra, but it's Bacterin. It's a form of Bacterin.
It's Septra. Okay.
Yeah, and
Septra is a name brand. Bacterin.
But this is a double dose of it.
They're horse pills, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But, I mean, they're not horse pills.
I'm allergic to it because it's a sulfa drug, but I do know what they are because I've had them before.
Well, this really worked the first time, and I don't know why it came back. It took 2 weeks for it to come back again. So, what do I know?
Okay.
So anyway,
well, you're on the mend. That's the important thing.
Well, and but I'm still weak, and I'm dazed and confused. Okay, I mean, I'm talking about stuff here, and then all of a sudden, if I don't stop, if I stop, I can't remember where I left off.
It's good to see Jeff too. For a few weeks, we weren't seeing Jeff on the show either.
That's because I wasn't here.
No, before when you were here. I knew that was going to come up.
No, that's true.
Well, what it was is our trip got screwed, okay, because of my little penile problem, okay,
Yeah.
and so that was we had to quit it, and I still have to get a note from my doctor. He hasn't written it to me yet, so that I can get my money back on the insurance.
Right.
But we canceled it. I probably could have gone because the antibiotic started working the next day, and it was enough to have a feeling it was going to take care of the whole thing. But problem was, when you go on these ships, they have doctors, but I wouldn't count on them. Everybody I've ever heard about doctors on ships complains about it. So
Makes sense.
well. So what's been happening in this wonderful world of ours? Oh yeah, our president is now calling himself the negotiator, the great negotiator.
Yeah.
What did he negotiate?
We see how well this peace deal.
Well,
is
no, but
working.
here let's go back and look at the peace deal for a second. The real sham in that peace deal was him going to the Mideast and then hopping over to Qatar, right?
Yeah.
Where he met with Egypt and a whole bunch of people from that part of the world, and they all signed an agreement. Well, that's really nice, isn't it? He got them to sign an agreement. But those aren't the people involved. Israel didn't sign an agreement. Hamas didn't sign an agreement. And he's going around saying, look at me, I solved the world's problems. Give out 2 Nobels this year and give me one. It's just terrible. Now he's doing the same thing with the Ukraine. He's not going to wind up doing anything. But, I mean, of course, we don't have peace in that part of the world because we didn't include them in the negotiations. And after all, wasn't it about them?
Mm-hmm.
And not about Trump, and not about Egypt, and not about Saudi Arabia. You know, and all the places where Trump wants to put a golf course.
Of course.
You know,
You hear that? You hear that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, did you hear that he stopped Santos from going to jail?
Yes, he gave him a pardon. Now I can't figure that one out for the life of me.
Let him out.
He let
He was
him out.
already
He
in
was in jail. And
He's
they
already
let him
out.
In jail.
Yeah,
He's been released. Yep.
you know, go figure that
How
one.
does that help Trump? I don't
They were
understand.
being mean to him.
He did, but he was pro-Trump while he was a congressperson for a year.
He was pro-Trump. Oh, okay. All right. Is that enough? That's all you have to do is be pro-Trump, and you
Well,
get
he
out.
was also
That's
a
your, that's your
Republican.
get out of jail
He
card.
was also a Republican, so I don't know. Maybe I have no idea what drives Trump to do the things he does, but
I've been watching him lately. He's not well.
Nope.
I mean,
you think?
He's toast.
you're probably all sitting there tonight going, "Boy, Alex is going," but he's really going. You know,
He's older than us mentally.
no,
Yeah.
he is. I see things that he does, and he goes back, keeps repeating himself, gets in
Yeah,
a loop,
over and
and he
over.
stays in a loop. Well, that's that's a mental problem, and I don't care what that quack at Walter Reed Hospital said about him, but I don't think he's that well. You know, who? I wonder who gave him the test. Was it Dr. Oz?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Here's the answers.
Yeah, but no fair, Kevin. You sent him the answers before he examined the president.
Yeah, but and he's just he's just such a piece of work. He's embarrassing even on the world stage when he goes to something like that one. He's just embarrassing. And now the latest, and I've said this. How many times have I said this? The latest is that Mangione, Luigi Mangione, that's a nice boy. Luigi Mangione is making the case that the government has to drop their charges against him because the president was saying bad things about him, you know,
Yeah, he's poisoning a jury,
and prejudicing a jury or whatever. And for the longest time, haven't I said that? Well, I mean, what does he do? Why is he doing that? Everybody who ever goes out and gets arrested, like Bolton and whatever, can really go in there and say, I want a mistrial because I cannot get a fair trial anywhere in the United States because he polluted juries. And how long have I been saying that, Charlie?
Well,
I've been saying it before him.
Yeah.
You know, once somebody is charged with something, you shut up. You don't talk about it, especially if you're the president. You know.
Not him.
Yeah. And now at least we have a president who says "fuck" all the time now.
now, yeah, no
In
holds
public.
barred.
Obama used to be a dirty mouth, but he didn't do it in public.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, you know, that's a job that has to carry with it a certain dignity, and he's
Right.
doing nothing to
Exactly.
carry any dignity with it. You know. So that's it. That's the wonderful country we live in. And tomorrow is the No Kings March. Are you going,
Right.
Jeff?
I'm gonna go see it.
You're going to go see it. Oh, well, near you, it's probably in a kind of rural area, you know.
Well, I'm where it's. They're not gonna come over there and put people that come over and
Well,
hit me over the head. And that kind
well,
of
I'm with. I have a cane now, and I don't even know if I can walk. I mean, I take a cab and get it to leave me off there, and then I will just like add myself to the numbers. But then I said to Marjorie, I said, you know, I did have a theory about this, so I would love to go down and do the demonstration, but I can't tell you how many demonstrations I've walked in my life. And now I did when I was a younger person, and younger people can do it and have the energy to do it and can do it with great fervor. And I even remember in New Year's having a demonstration and the police kicking me in the shins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's how much I demonstrated. I was in Chicago during the convention riots out in the park. I was there. With tear gas everywhere. Okay, but at that age, you can do it. You know, and you don't. It doesn't bother you, and you don't mind it. You know, but this is, you know, it's getting a little rough for me to go out and do that kind of thing. So I'll watch it on TV and cheer them on. You know.
Yeah.
But if I could, I would be there. I would be there. But I just don't. I don't know. The other day we had to go about a block and a half to go get my medicine, and we took a lift. You know, because I just didn't want to walk all the way down there. Of course, I wasn't feeling well at that point. But anyway, so excuse me if I'm a little flummoxed tonight, folks. But you know, there's been so much stuff in here with it not working and so on and so forth. But you got to hand it to me. I got the show going.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long did you take the antibiotics first time?
took it 7 days.
Okay.
I'll take another.
Oh, by the
7.
way,
Yeah.
just before I forget, your date says the 13th on
It does.
on today's thing.
Oh,
Gotta
on
change the
today's
date.
thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. What is the date today?
17th.
17th. Okay, hold on a second. Watch,
must be left
watch
over
this,
from
folks. This is the magic of Alex. Let me see here. Yes. Okay. I'll go here.
See what I did?
And it's
Now I
a,
just derailed the program again.
what? It's the 17th. No, this is no problem. This I can do. There we go. And if you reboot or you know just
Fresh.
refresh, it should be okay.
There it is.
Yeah. In fact, I didn't even have to refresh it here. So, see, just that
Me
easy.
either.
Did Zoom change something? Because when I first logged on, it said this show is being recorded. Of course,
Yeah.
I knew that, but it's never said it.
Oh, I know because what I decided was, and it's about 5 minutes into the show, I think I better record this just to my hard
okay.
drive, okay?
Okay.
So that we have a copy of it, and you know, because this is going to be a cluster, you know what, once it goes on. So.
Okay.
And I've got to reset YouTube because it was set to run a show tonight. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
I don't
So,
care. Okay.
I don't care if it's recorded. I know it's recorded.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, next
hopefully.
week, I think if I can get everything working, I'll do a show on Wednesday and Friday. You know, so
Okay.
that shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. I mean, I was looking forward to doing this tonight, and then everything went wrong, and when that happens, I just go, oh God, not again. You know, and usually I'm going to have a problem when I first come back from a vacation or something like that because everything just gets stale, I guess. But let's see
That
here,
happens to everybody.
huh?
Yeah,
That
updates.
happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll tell you what I hate. I very seldom do I have to take a computer and start it over again. I find that with the Apples, it's not much work. It just they take care of themselves. Okay. With the PC, every 5 minutes I'm hitting a thing that goes, give us your email address so we can send you a 6-digit code. I am sick of that. And who is that for? It's for me, right? To protect me? Can't I opt out of that?
I don't think you can anymore.
You know, they say you want to do a two factor, whatever. And I don't want to. I'm sorry. And
just say no on
I don't
everything.
ever opt into it in anything, but they force it on you anyway. Hey, we want to believe this is you. Well, you knew it was me 5 years ago. Why can't you know it's me now? It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous, But so anybody been doing anything interesting?
Well, I saw a guy in Maine who died, and I went to a funeral there.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Well, it's good going to a funeral, and being glad it's not you.
That's
know.
true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was in Maine, way up in
Topic of
What were you-
conversation today.
What?
A topic of conversation at dinner today. All the friends, as we get older, that die. You know.
Well, you know something? I was talking to Michael Snyder today, and he has a common friend who is in the hospital. We believe dying. He's 79. You know, and when I hear that, I go, he's so young.
yeah.
But the fact is, he's not. You know, that's well within the range of where they say the life expectancy is. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know what it is these days, maybe 77, something like
Yeah.
that. So I'm sitting here almost going on 86, saying to myself, you know, actually, I'm a lucky son of a bitch, knock on wood. You know, that I've lived this long, and I feel like, you know, everything's falling apart and nothing's working right. And then I go, yeah, but you're 86. It's not supposed to, you know. You don't get a lifetime warranty with this body, you know. I can't take it in for. I do take it in for repairs occasionally, but
There's
you know,
there's no U-Haul at the end of the hearse.
there's no U-Haul, right? I want to take it all with me, every bit of it, all my equipment, all the stuff that doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. It's just amazing.
They got Starlink up there?
They have Starlink up in heaven. Yes, right. Yeah. I mean, I wish I believed in God. Then it would be a lot easier because it'd be like all those other idiots who sit around going, "Oh, I'm going to see Uncle Bert," you know.
Yeah, right.
And I go, yeah, well, I'm not going to be able to see Uncle Bert, you know.
I'm going to break my religion. I'm going to be cremated.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you're cremated or not, because if you got a soul, you got a soul. And
Still going.
It's still going. You know.
All right. Not sure I believe all that, but okay.
Yeah.
For sake of argument, I'll accept that.
I say I want to be made into ashes, and then what I want to do is I want Marjorie, whoever, to take the ashes down to some place and have them compacted so they become briquettes. And then I want somebody to make a good rack of ribs with
So I was
me.
going to say a rack of ribs, right?
Yes, yeah. You should enjoy me, okay? But
Well, fortunately, you are in reruns. We could probably get on GabNet and watch you and Larry Bubbles Brown
Oh,
and
yeah.
Larry for the next 30 years. if we're
maybe you
around.
could, and then maybe you couldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Because at least those things don't go on forever. I don't have them. You know, I can bring up any program that we did in the last 11 years and play it for you, but I have to go get it, you know,
No.
whatever. So let me see here. I'm trying to think what else has happened a lot has happened. I mean, you know. But the whole Israel Hamas thing and solving the problem was just phony baloney. It was just all bells, what's the word I'm looking? Smoke and mirrors, you know? And what pissed me off was, how dare you have a meeting discussing what's going to go on in the Mideast and not invite Hamas and Israel? And if you're not going to, then don't get together and have a meeting. What are you signing? What was it they signed?
Nobody knows.
No.
An order for toilet paper. Who the hell knows?
I don't know.
Gold-colored toilet paper.
And he's trying to take all the credit for it. Of course, there were negotiators that were doing the whole job, not him.
That's right. He didn't do much.
You know, he came out. He said he came out with that plan. You know that they had for it, for the peace agreement.
Every president tries.
Well, wait a
to
minute.
Stop it.
That's the same exact plan Biden had.
Yes.
Word
absolutely.
for word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could have done this a year ago.
Yeah.
I guess probably the biggest news in my life is Marjorie Taylor Greene switching.
she's not switching.
Well, she's not acting her Republican self, that's for sure.
Well, no, she's not. She's not pro-Trump. That's what is
That's
different.
for sure.
She's not
That-
falling in line with the Republicans behind Trump. And I think you're going to find if she's leaving that way, she's still a conservative. She's still a Republican, but she doesn't want to do Trump's bidding any longer. And I think a lot of Republicans are going to get that way.
Yep.
And the closer it comes to the midterms, the more they're going to start, denying they ever had anything to do with Donald Trump.
So I may have this wrong, and Josh would probably know the best of this nuclear thing where the Congress can override the number of votes needed to make the budget happen and to maybe somebody else on the show. I don't know, but anyhow, and cut off the health insurance or double or triple or whatever the health insurance thing that Trump wants to do. They can make it happen with this nuclear option. The trouble is so many people that get that will not vote Republican in 2026. So Trump is walking a thin line right now because he wants Congress to still be in his power.
Yes,
in
but he's not
$2026.
doing anything to maintain the base that he had, which would then translate itself into votes in the midterm for, Congress and senators and so on.
Yes.
He just has not. He's done everything against what he promised his base.
Yep.
One of which was a better economy. Prices of groceries would go down. I mean, we can go on and all the things he said to them. And now it's the opposite. And now he cares about peace in Israel and Gaza, but he doesn't give a good goddamn about Chicago
Right.
and Portland.
You know what?
Argentina, he's
What?
Parliament is a bitch, ain't it? Fuck him.
Yeah. Well, you have a daughter up in Portland, right?
No, Eugene, but
Eugene, but
they're just as bad there.
There's no riots going on.
well, you know what he's trying to say? The No Kings march this week. All the people marching are Antifa.
Yeah.
And he has declared Antifa a what do you call it?
Terrorist group.
organization.
Domestic terrorist.
Isn't this international?
Let me
No Kings march?
let me just clear this up. There is no Antifa. It is a
Right.
theory. It's a philosophy, but it's not a group of people.
It's anti-fascist.
And he keeps acting like it's this. He's telling everybody you got to be afraid of Antifa. Well, if you're in fear of Antifa, folks watching me, I happen to be a card-carrying member of Antifa. Okay, and we're out to get your children. All right. Anyway, we settled that. No, I can't believe it. He comes up with this basically mythical organization that is now on a terror watch list or whatever. Doesn't make
Gotta
sense.
have a boogeyman. You gotta have a boogeyman to go out there and.
Oh, this is straight out of Hitler's playbook.
Absolutely.
So
is all the promises of lowering gas prices and lowering food prices and stuff. Hitler promised all that before he got elected too.
Yep, absolutely.
And this time it's not the Jews that they're going after; it's the Mexicans.
Yep.
It's people of color. Okay, although they're not going after the blacks particularly. I don't believe.
More brown than black. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's because they wear MAGA hats. Those beautiful black women wear all the MAGA hats. The beautiful black women. They got those big red, beautiful black hats. I mean, you stupid ass.
that's all you can say is you stupid ass.
He's lost his cookies. I'm telling you, he's
Oh
done.
no, he's lost it.
He's fried.
And the only thing that is
And he calls it the wave.
Yeah.
It's just the way he talks.
And does anybody actually believe he does any work as president?
No.
Nope.
He just travels so much in Air Force One in a given week, and it's costing us a fortune.
Well, there's a lot of golf courses around the world.
Well, he has to go down to Mar-a-Lago, and then he has to go. He had to go up somewhere else, and then he had to go across the ocean to Israel, and then back again, and then back down to Mar-a-Lago. And
Lay out
how
the
much
Gaza
money is
golf
that
course.
costing us, for crying out
A
loud?
lot.
Like
It's
a
not
one-way
just
trip.
it's not just Air Force
Mar-a-Lago is
One.
$990,000, I believe.
What's that?
It costs how
One-way
much?
trip.
How much?
One-way trip.
Costs how much?
$990, I believe it is, something like that.
990,000.
One way.
Okay.
One way. Yeah.
So two
That-
ways,
that's
it's
a-
about $200,000.
Plus,
about 2
plus all
million.
the security
Almost
on
2
the
million.
ground.
Well,
Almost 2
200,000.
million. Yeah.
And plus all the security on the ground array. They
Yeah, that's
The
just the
secret-
plane and the
right.
fuel.
The Secret Service gets there a couple days first and plans out routes and
Right.
make sure the hospitals have his blood supply and all this other stuff, and get together with the governments and make sure that they're okay with him coming and all this stuff. You're probably talking millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh,
He also has to be picked up on an airplane to get there, right? And then he gets one of those little small airplanes,
yeah.
take it over to your house.
well, not Dallas, but Dallas, I guess, or whatever it's called.
Dulles.
Washington.
Dollars.
Yeah, Washington airport is nearby, and they usually fly them there via helicopter to Air Force One, I think.
In other words, yeah, they get him to the closest airport
Right,
using a
He
helicopter.
goes out of the military bases, I thought.
that's right.
Yeah. And what is the helicopter called?
Air Force
Marine
Two.
One.
Marine One.
When the president is in it. When the president isn't in it, it's Marine 2, I believe, if it's the vice president. That
actually makes sense because he was in the Marine Corps.
well, this started in the 50s. They used to have the president's airplane, and they had a number for it and everything when they were coming into airports and so on. And they said, we need a better designation than that. And that's when they came out with Air Force One, so that everybody would know Air Force One was the president's plane. Now, the thing that really, this one is another one that got me this week. Venezuela. Number one, we don't know who's on those boats. And two of them survived this time, and they picked them up, and they're being held secretly somewhere. All right? And the president says, I think it was on Air Force One when he was talking to the press, just a wonderful thing. He said, we are going to have a covert CIA operation in Venezuela.
Sure we will.
What
much
does
for
the
the
word covert mean?
So much for that.
That means
Secret.
nobody knows it's coming. Okay? I mean, he's an idiot. And he's been trusted with our national secrets? Oh, boy. Anyway. Any thoughts, Josh?
I haven't paid much attention to Trump. I don't, listen when he talks anymore. But
Smart
maybe,
man.
maybe someone on the staff read a Tom Clancy novel or whatever. Like Clear and Present Danger or something like that.
Well, it turns out the reason there are riots in Portland is because the president saw them on Fox TV. But what
From
they were
2020.
showing were videos of the riots from like 4 years
2020.
ago.
Yeah.
2020.
2020. Yeah.
2020. Yeah.
And he saw them, and he said, we're going into Portland. They sent out the troops to Portland. And then when somebody called him from Portland and said, there's no rioting here. And he says, I saw it on TV.
I called that one before it happened when he said that shit. I said, he's probably watching the old videos, and all of a sudden, that's what happened.
It's exactly what happened.
Where did they come up with the why is autism so big with RFK Jr.? He's probably autistic, but why is it so big? Tylenol causes it during women's pregnancy, and then there's no evidence anywhere in the world. Everybody's laughing at us. circumcision. If you're circumcised,
Yes.
I mean, where do you get this shit from? Is there a worm in your brain?
Well, what's worse, a worm in your brain or autism?
RFK Jr. is still alive.
Yeah. The worm died.
Yeah, the worm died. The worm said, "I can't believe this. I'm going to commit suicide."
I don't understand any of it. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Does it make sense to you? I don't think so.
No.
You know.
No.
So what do we
But
do?
he's really spending a lot of money and giving certain people part-time not work.
Well, here's the really, and Marjorie brings this up all the time to me. I wish she'd say it a little less. She says it every time they're watching TV. She said, you know, all those guys in Congress, they're getting paid.
That's right.
And I said, sure they are, Marjorie, because who's telling them they can get paid?
They are.
They are. So, you know, that's the reason that happens. And
that is wrong on so many levels.
Oh, it is absolutely wrong on so many levels. I think they should be the first ones to not get paid.
And lose their health insurance.
Everything. You know.
And take their insurance away.
Yeah. And what I think
By your own.
I think what galls me about this whole thing is the way the Republicans are trying to frame the shutdown as being caused by the Democrats.
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene sure doesn't think so.
Well, but
she blamed Trump himself.
Well, wait a minute, but hold on a second. To begin with, never happened. Okay? I mean, and I don't know, the Democrats are not getting the word out right on this one. Their messaging is terrible. The fact is, the only thing the Democrats are holding out for is health care.
Yep.
Is Medicare, Medicaid. That's it. Two things.
Not even Medicare, I don't think.
No, Medicare is included in that. Protection of Medicare. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, and they don't want to do that. Well, I mean, somebody should get out there and just tell the American public, hey, they don't care whether you live or die. You know, if we go along with this, you will not have health care. Or what health care you do have will like double and triple. And that's no false warning to try and scare you. That's the damn truth. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, I mean, it's really horrible what's going on now. And this whole shutdown is going to hurt a lot of people.
Mainly the Republicans.
I mean, I got my Social Security check this month, but, you know, you know, who knows if I'm going to get it next month. I mean, I don't care, you know, but...
Some of us are in a position where if our Social Security check disappeared for a month or two, it wouldn't change anything.
Wouldn't hurt me in the least.
Right. It wouldn't hurt me, and it probably wouldn't hurt Jeff.
And do you know how guilty I feel about that? I really feel guilty about that.
I feel guilty about it too.
You know, I mean, I feel guilty because I'm lucky. At the last minute, somebody I knew died and left me a lot of money, and then Marjorie sold her home, and now we're, you know, doing very well, and we have enough to take care of us for the rest of our lives. But I feel guilty about that because of all the people in this country who don't have that. And now here in New York, yeah, Kevin. Now the biggest.
I got my check early this week. I think they sent them out early because they wanted to make sure they had the money. Because it's not due for the third Wednesday, and it came last week.
I get mine the fourth Wednesday.
Well, the first person to get to the bank is the first person who gets a Social Security check cashed.
Mine goes right in, baby.
Electronically.
It goes out just as fast.
That's actually one of the things the Trump administration is stopping is paper checks.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not?
I mean, we're in a day and age where you don't need paper checks anymore.
Checks are becoming obsolete.
Absolutely.
You know, checks.
I had to write a check a couple of weeks ago for something because somebody wanted some money that they wanted a check, and I couldn't remember how to fill one out.
I had to do that today, and my checks almost turned yellow.
Right?
So old they turn yellow.
Oh,
Sometimes we need one.
That's
And
right.
we go, "What, don't we have some of those raw checks?"
I have to
I
remember
haven't-
where my
I
checks
have a
are.
checkbook here. I've wrote 4 of them this year.
I haven't written.
You know?
I think outside of that one, I haven't written any in several years.
Yeah, I've just gone all electronic.
Yeah.
COVID kind of pushed me into doing that.
And everything, everything is, you use credit cards, you use credit. I can put, I don't know, $100 and $20 bills in my pocket because I like to have money in my pocket.
Absolutely.
And I can put my hand in there 5 weeks later and I still got the same money.
Yep. Yep.
Not for me.
Know the feeling.
Not for you. Why?
Although you're shorting yourself. Put $400 in your
No,
pocket.
let me tell you.
Okay.
I get $100, and all of a sudden, Pam goes, "Can I have another $10?" Okay, I need 20.
Wait a minute. What does
Okay.
she need it for?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
She buys things.
well, that's fine. She buys things, but she's got a credit card. I
She has a
mean,
credit card.
that's how things
You
are
know,
taken
you're a
care of.
good husband, Jeff.
Oh, come on.
A wife wants money. Here you go. Take
Give it to her.
Absolutely.
She
But
does all
you
the
know, at
finance.
my age, I have the lucky ability to say, I don't know how long we're going to live, but we can't spend it all before we die. So I'm happy about that. But if I were 60, I don't know if I'd be saying that. I'd be saving every penny I got.
Well, I'm 66 and I'm not saving every penny I got. I donate to charities, to like I can't think of what's it called, Shriners Hospital.
Well, we made out a will, and we're giving some money to some people that we know,
Right.
because I figured they have such a small margin of living that they could use this. This could help them.
Well, I send people that like that.
And I
laptops.
said that's what Shecky would have wanted me to do with the money, okay? But that only accounts for a certain amount. Everything over that is going to St. Jude's.
St. Jude's, I've given to them too.
Yeah, I think I like.
I think both of those are good.
I've heard
organizations.
Shriners is good too, but all of the rest of them suck.
Yep. Yep.
I was thinking of giving all my money above and beyond what I was giving to friends to Cars for Kids, but I don't know. I just, I'll just send them a check and say, here, write a new song.
Angel jingle, yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
those kids on that commercial are probably in their 50s or 60s by now.
Right.
But we can all say it, can't we?
Yeah. Well, thank you for annoying me, That makes me feel real good.
You know, one of the things by giving money is it makes you feel good, makes the other person feel good. And at the end of the year, you get to write it off if it's a legitimate bit, something like that.
Oh, yeah,
too.
you can do that.
So
but,
it's a win-win. Any
I
money's, yeah. No,
I mean, I was thinking of maybe changing part of this to have another bunch of it go to Shriners, because I heard the difference between Shriners and St. Jude's. St. Jude's is really a cancer hospital for childhood cancers, and the Shriners deals with all the other kind of ailments that kids have.
I believe that's right.
But what I liked about St. Jude's and what sold me on them was when you watch the commercials, they never take advantage of the kids. I mean, the parents are going to be there crying and saying, "Oh, gee, they helped my kid," and the parents who allow themselves to be exploited don't mind being exploited, but the kids they don't exploit. The kids are all happy in those ads, even if they got a tube up their nose, they're happy, And I like that kind of approach. I don't like the approach where you go, "Oh, here those things for animals, sick puppies that get beaten." Well, there's a puppy sitting there and he's got his bowl in his mouth and you're taking a video of him. Why don't you just feed him?
Right.
Forget about trying to get a
I hate
pathetic looking pet.
the Christian children's thing that comes out, and because it's got Christian attached to it, people think the money are all going to kids. They go into these slums. in third world countries. Oh, little Tammy over here, if she doesn't get your money, she's going to starve in a couple weeks. There's no fresh running water. And they get these kids, sometimes I think it's a Hollywood stage, where they're
Yeah.
doing this. They're not actually doing it where you think they are.
Well, it's not good.
But a lot of it is just really poor, that if they're putting these kids on, the kids aren't getting paid. But I mean, it's sad. It really is sad. But
Yeah.
but it's been proven that less than 50% of your money gets to the kids.
That's right.
Where Shriners and St. Jude's, everything goes to them, because the doctors and the scientists and almost everybody does it volunteer.
Well,
David Bellecci here writes, just for the putting it on record. I didn't know, because I've never heard that it happened already. My brick has arrived at the Radio Museum in Alameda. I see there's some stairs and a walkway up into the Bay Area Radio Museum. I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's called it's partly where I got the Hall of Fame thing. And so I ordered a brick. It cost about $500. I ordered a brick, and it has my name on it. Okay. But then I put Lori Thompson's name on it and Larry Bubbles Brown. And I just found out it has arrived there, and I guess they're installing it. I don't know.
cool.
But that's good to know. It's good to know they just didn't run away with my money.
Do you know where they're located? I mean, since I live near San Francisco.
Well, all I know is I got a thing from them, their weekly newsletter or whatever, and they said, "Oh, new bricks have arrived. Come down and see them." And I'm going, "I'm in New York. Send me a picture, God damn it!"
Well,
I would go there if I knew where your brick was.
Oh,
and
wait
take
a
picture.
minute. David says he can send me a photo. Okay.
Good.
It's alex@gabnet.net.
Yeah, I
David?
sent that to him.
Huh? Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay. So,
And if you have any spare money, you can send it to the same address too.
yes, right. I love that. Yes, yes, Jeff.
so my daughter got sick a couple of weeks ago, and she went to the Boston Children's Hospital, and it's for my granddaughter. And she was there for, I would say, 5 days or 6 days. And she learned a lot about it. And she says, I want to be a nurse too, because they did a fantastic job of taking care for her.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean,
What
On
And
is
they
Central
also
Avenue.
translate all of the research that they developed while with all these kids.
Yeah.
They give it to anybody in another country that needs information on what their procedures are and how to solve these products.
yeah, yeah.
problem? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
That's good
Great.
stuff. So
Now you can give to them if you want
that's
it.
what I will do.
There are a lot of good things to give to, but before you give your money, know what you're giving it to.
Yeah.
And know how that money is being dispersed and handled, because there are so many just, companies out there, what do you call it, in places to send donations that just use the money wrong, and they don't spend it. You look at it and 50% goes to administration. Well, what's that about? That's not good. That's not decent. So anyway, But anyway, so our brick is going to be there, and he'll send me a photo of it, and I'll put it up on my webpage, okay? And you can see the brick.
Central Avenue, Alameda.
Central Avenue in Alameda? Okay. Everybody run over there and look at my brick.
Yeah.
Next time I'm up that way.
It's not... I
20
thought,
miles from
I'm
me.
thinking of buying another one with my mother's name on it, because she was in radio in San Francisco,
Oh, nice.
That'd be nice.
I never got a tombstone for her, but a brick is okay.
Here's your brick. The
Yeah.
most I'm spending on you, Mom. $500.
Well, I'll put Ruth Bennett because that's what they called her on the air.
Right.
Ruth
Right.
Bennett, and then under it I'll put world's oldest DJ. Yeah, she was technically. Yeah.
How old was she when she?
When she was doing this, she was in her late 70s.
Somebody told me that you two were on the same radio station.
Yes,
And they fired you or you quit and they kept
absolutely,
her.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah?
And you want to
Somebody
hear
somebody that we know in common.
who?
Yeah. Who? Phil.
Phil.
told me.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So that's
absolutely true. And so much so that, there was a kind of a animosity between myself and the radio station I left. It wasn't that I hated them, they hated me for leaving. And I had a lawyer who was taking care of everything and working as a buffer between myself and the new station that I was going to go to. And he said, your mother's still on that radio station, isn't she? And I said, yeah. He says, do you talk to her? I said, I talk to my mother almost every day. He says, don't. Well, that's what getting, into a legal problem is all about. Don't. So that was the best legal advice I ever had. Don't talk to your mother. It's not legally feasible. But I've had a lot of strange things like that happen in my life. It's amazing I can still remember them, but not what I said 5 minutes ago. So, what the hell? Do you have those memory lapses, Jeff?
Well, I was thinking about, I used to drive the car.
Yeah.
And then when my mother was in the car and she would tell me, don't go so fast or go to the left or whatever, she would try. I says, Ma, you gotta stop talking to me about crazy stuff. So she says, okay. So she starts making notes and she would pass me notes on what I should do and shouldn't do. So,
I don't like it. I got to tell you, my mother is still, every time we go out, if I say something that she doesn't like at the dinner table, Alan, don't say that, Alan. And I'm like, I don't know how I survived 66 plus years
yeah.
without you there every minute, Mom. And then, of course, I get the guilt trip when I don't do something. She's got 8 light bulbs in her hallway. One of them burns out. Her hallway is only 30 feet long. One of them burns out, and she says, can you come over and change it? And I said, sure, I'll be there tomorrow. Well, I was hoping you'd come over today. I said, well, I'm doing something today. She said, I don't know what I called you for. Forget it. I'll take care of it. I'm like, guilt trip doesn't work anymore, Mom. Sorry.
Well. But you were there for your mother, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I didn't put a tombstone on my mother's grave, so what kind of a son am I?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Oh, I just got a note from Amy. Hold on a second. She went question mark? What is a question mark?
Huh.
I don't
She
know.
could be on.
I don't know either.
Well, she wasn't on last night because she was feeling ill.
Right.
And she said she'd be on tonight, and then she's not on all next week.
Right. Well, Charlie's falling asleep now, so he's going to be real lively.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
He won't be on.
I
He'll
mean,
be falling
what
asleep
does she
under.
mean by question mark? Oh, it looks like your encoder is already turned off. Oh, I didn't turn the,
Oh, boy.
yeah, okay. I didn't turn it on, so.
Well, it was good to see you.
Yep. Good to see you feeling better.
Yeah, it's good to see you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. And I probably should just play some music here. Yes. I see, I forgot to turn on the encoder, but that doesn't matter. I don't care. Not many people listen to it through the internet. They watch the YouTube thing. That's the
We
main.
can now hear it.
I hear.
You can hear the
First
music.
time I've ever heard the music.
Oh, I've been doing this for weeks. I've figured out how to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, it would have been great if you had a show for weeks.
Can you dance?
Anyway, thanks a lot, Charlie. I really appreciate it. By the way, if you're listening, Amy, What was that? Why did it stop? Oh, that's the wrong theme. See, I can't even do
Thought it
that
was
right.
different. There it is.
There you
you go.
There, that's it. There we go. Anyway, if you're listening to me, Amy, you can, don't worry about turning off the is it still working or what? Wait a minute, hold on a second.
I still hear the music.
It's ready to go right after we're through here. Okay, all right. Anyway, I want to thank Charlie and I want to thank Josh for being here, and I want to thank our good friend Jeff for being here, and Alan, thank you, and Kevin, always nice because you're smarmy and fun. Anyway, everybody give a big wave goodbye, and I will give I got to do a few things here, though, in order to do it. I will give a big wave goodbye at you. And good night, everybody. I'll see you later. There they go.
Night.
That's our citizen panel for tonight. We'll be doing another show on Monday where we're going to have the citizen panel be part of the pop-up show on Monday at 4:30. Is that it? No, yeah, 4 o'clock. What am I saying? I'm just all out of it today. Anyway, everybody have a nice time, and we'll see you on Monday, and then we'll see you probably next Wednesday with the Ramble. In the meantime, as always, if you see her, of course, tell her I love her. All right? Okay. Bye.